Hello, America. Tonight we're diving into the wacky world of international mineral deals, where promises are made, figures are fudged, and the only thing harder to find than a rare earth element is a politician telling the truth. Buckle up as we unpack Donald Trump's Ukrainian mineral deal, a story so full of holes it makes Swiss cheese look like a solid investment. So, what's the deal, you ask? Well, imagine a used car salesman trying to sell you a rusty jalopy with a guaranteed diamond engine. That's Trump's deal in a nutshell. It promises access to Ukraine's supposed mineral wealth, but the details are as clear as mud. The deal hinges on a jointly managed investment fund with Ukraine supposedly kicking in 50% of future profits. Sounds great on paper, right? Except there's one tiny problem. Nobody knows how much these minerals are actually worth. Trump, in his infinite wisdom, initially demanded a cool $500 billion in potential revenue. That's billion with a B, folks. He's basically asking Ukraine to cough up enough money to buy every single American a lifetime supply of borscht and pierogies. When reality finally hit, that figure was dropped faster than Trump's Twitter account after the Capitol riot. Now Trump claims this deal is a financial slam dunk for America. He throws around numbers like confetti at a Trump rally, claiming the U.S. spends way more on Ukraine than Europe. But hold your horses, folks. Turns out, those numbers are about as accurate as a Trump tweet about the election. Independent organizations like the Kiel Institute tell a different story. They say Europe has actually spent more on Ukraine than the U.S. Who to believe, who to believe? It's a real head-scratcher, isn't it? Now let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, security guarantees. You see, Zelensky, the surprisingly cool-headed leader of a country currently staring down the barrel of a Russian bear, has this crazy idea that maybe, just maybe, Ukraine needs some protection if they're going to start digging up valuable minerals, and who can blame him? It's like asking your neighbor to borrow your lawnmower while simultaneously trying to steal your prize-winning petunias. So, Zelensky says, "Hey Trump, how about some security guarantees before we sign this thing?" And Trump, in his infinite wisdom, basically responds with, "Security, that's what Europe is for. Let them deal with it." It's like watching a playground squabble, except the stakes involve tanks, not tantrums. This disagreement over security is a major sticking point, folks. It's like trying to bake a cake without flour. You can try all you want, but it's just not going to work. Zelensky knows that without ironclad security guarantees, this deal could leave Ukraine vulnerable to even more Russian aggression. And let's be honest, the last thing Ukraine needs is another Russian bear hug. Now, let's talk about the supposed treasure trove of minerals that has Trump so excited. Ukraine, we're told, is sitting on a gold mine of valuable resources, rare earth elements, lithium, the works. It's enough to make even the most jaded prospector drool. But here's the catch, folks. Those estimates? Yeah, they're about as reliable as a weather forecast in a hurricane. You see, most of the data we have on Ukrainian mineral reserves comes from the good old days of the Soviet Union. And let's just say those guys weren't exactly known for their accuracy when it came to, well, anything. Experts estimate that developing even a fraction of Ukraine's mineral wealth could cost billions, with a B, folks. We're talking about massive investments in infrastructure, technology, and oh yeah, security. And then there's the issue of China. Now, China loves rare earth elements. They love them so much they practically control the entire global market. They're like the Beyoncé of rare earth processing. Everyone wants a piece of them, but they call the shots. So, even if Ukraine manages to extract all those shiny minerals, they'll still need to find a way to process them without getting squeezed by the Chinese dragon. It's enough to make you want to reach for a bottle of vodka, or maybe two. So, there you have it, folks. Trump's Ukrainian mineral deal, a glorious gamble built on shaky foundations, questionable figures, and a complete disregard for the geopolitical realities on the ground. It's like watching a bull in a china shop, except the bull is wearing a MAGA hat, and the china shop is the entire country of Ukraine. Now with Biden in charge, things are looking a tad different. He's all about working with those pesky Europeans and promoting ethical mineral sourcing. Can you imagine? Actually caring about where our resources come from and how they're obtained? What a concept. This new approach, while commendable, could throw a wrench in Trump's grand plans. The Trump-era deal is facing scrutiny from all sides. Corruption allegations are swirling, environmental concerns are mounting, and there's a growing sense that this whole thing might have benefited a select few oligarchs more than the Ukrainian people. Add to that the Biden administration's focus on reforms and transparency, and it's clear that Trump's mineral gamble might not pay off the way he hoped. In the end, this whole saga highlights the complexities of international relations, the importance of strategic thinking, and the dangers of making deals based on wishful thinking and questionable data. And if there's one thing we've learned from watching Donald Trump, it's that when it comes to making deals, he's about as subtle as a sledgehammer in a Fabergé egg factory. That's our show, folks. Stay tuned for next week when we'll be exploring the fascinating world of pigeon racing and why Donald Trump is convinced he can breed a bird that can fly faster than Air Force One.